Yes! You thought the pipes were spaghetti. You haven't seen nothing yet. Welcome back, my fellow duplicants. Today I'm going to be working on the power system that's connected to all of my metal refineries here. So that's regenerating or recuperating the power that I'm getting out of the refining process down here. I'm also going to be making a little bit of steel. So I definitely want to be able to get the power grid up and running so that I can capture that and use it throughout the rest of my base. And the reason I want steel right now is because I'm going to tap into this hydrogen vent here today so that I can use that power just to kind of make sure that everything is balanced all of the time. Now the thing is, when this thing goes to erupt or to give off all of its hydrogen, you can see that it's going to produce that, or it's going to kick it out at 500 degrees Celsius. So what I'd like to do is kind of recover some of the hot energy that we're going to have right down here by potentially cooling it with steam up top. So how I'm going to get this heat here to a steam turbine that would be over there, I'm not 100% sure, but we'll try to figure it out here in today's episode. Now, in case you're wondering what all of this fancy stuff is, I'm actually testing out Action here, which is part of the latest Humble Bundle. So this is Streaming 2019. I've been testing this software and it's got some cool features. I'll tell you about them at the end of the video. All right, so how do I get the power from here down into the storage units? What I think I can use is, because since this is only ever up to 850 watts, I can get away with just using a power transformer down here. So I could bring this conductive wire, which actually doesn't even need to be a conductive wire. It could just be like, it could just be a normal wire. Run that into the power transformer, and then on the bottom side of this, where I'm dumping that power out, I could dump it into a heavy watt wire, which is then connected to a lot of batteries. So let me try to deconstruct that real quick, just to see what happens here. Let's get rid of these jumbo batteries. Probably go with smart ones. So we'll run like that, and then right down here I'll use heavy watt. We'll just go ahead and lay that in over all of that. Oof, that was really expensive actually. Yeah, cancel. Here we go. We'll use iron. So the decor in this place is going to be absolutely horrible. Look at that, -205. Terrible. Maybe today will be the day that we see some stress, or maybe not. Okay, so then I need power. Well, actually what I need now is to figure out how I want to get power down to these, down below. And I think that too is going to happen with heavy watt wire. So let me just start with everything right of this location, because I'm not using any of this stuff. We'll just deconstruct all of those. And I think what I'll do is, it would be really cool if this was the spot right there. And I could probably do that if I move this. So if I go over here and I deconstruct buildings. Oh, you know what? It doesn't matter. I can just do that wherever I want. No, it does matter. Okay. So the decor down here is going to be absolutely horrible, because I have to run power. I have to run power like this, right? In order to get that thing to shut off, I need to do that, which means I have to run that way, which means this right here is going to be right up there. So I could do heavy conductive wire. That's only -20 decor as compared to -25, and it's also over less tiles. To be honest, it's not worth it. Like, that's the thing about the heavy conductive wire, is that it's never been worth it for me to ever use it for anything. I mean, you get a little bit more overheat temperature, but I mean, at least gold, right? You get plus 50% decor. It's still not gonna help you. Anyhow, we'll deconstruct these tiles right there, and then I can jump my power right there. So that's where we'll put the heavy watt block, and we can pattern this so that it ends up more or less in the same spot. And because I'm probably going to do some automation down here, I want to keep that separate. And you know what? If I'm running both of these, then I could probably run them together. And that's the same thing that I could do right here. I could run both of these together. So I could not do this if I wanted to. I could just kind of leave that off. So the conductive wire over here, and then if I build that, then there we go. Boom. Good job, Dupes. Way to plan things out. All right, there we go. All right, who wants to take a bet? How bad is the decor going to be in this area right there? I'm gonna go with -450. We'll see this. We'll play the prices right. Play it on your own. How close can you go without being over? And don't you dare be 451. Don't be doing that to me. Guys, you only had to finish one last thing and we'd have a result. these dupes. Now the decor in this spot. Ooh, negative 653. You know what? I got one of them right. I got the 5 right. That's not bad. That is some really, really bad decor. Oh, I almost feel bad for the crown molding. Like, you're useless. I'm sorry. It's not as bad as I feel for the dupes that gotta go in here. Oh, wait. I don't feel bad at all. Okay, so let's throw these smart batteries up in there. There you go. That's one. It's equivalent to 2 jumbo batteries, which is what I had last time. They do bleed off a little bit of electricity, but you know what? Considering how this thing runs, I think it's worth it. Okay. So, ready? We're gonna turn this thing on. Oh no! I've got power that's right here, and what I want to do is have automation to be able to draw the power into the system if I don't have enough electricity in this battery. But if I have enough juice, what I want to be able to do is dump it out into the rest of the grid. So depending on the level of this battery, right? If we're high, we want to connect that to the high. If we're low, we want to connect that to bring it in. Essentially, that's the automation. Makes sense? Not really. That can get dangerous. Luckily, I think this is going to be fairly straightforward. If only I had the space to do what I wanted to do. I tell you what, we'll get rid of one of these batteries. Bye-bye. So that is power in. What is power out? No, I want that to be power out. So this down here will be discharge, and this one over here will be charge, which means I need to deconstruct the power wires right there and then connect it like that. So if I want to charge, boom, that's what I do. Okay, so if I want to discharge, I go right there, and if I want to charge, then I go right there. Yes! You thought the pipes were spaghetti. You haven't seen nothing yet. Use that as the intro. Okay, so when we talk about the automation, this will go to standby, which means red, when it hits 100%. It'll become green once I hit a low number, like 25% or 50%. I should really set a base-wide standard for how low I want it to go. 50% sounds good. Okay, so if it's 50%, which is low, I want to charge it, which means I connect this automation wire to that. So, boom, if it's at 50 or below that, it'll be active and we'll try to pull a little charge, exploding the rest of the wires around my base. But luckily, since this is a small transformer, it's only going to pull in at 1,000, which could still blow things up. The NOT gate here will then be connected over here, because if this goes into standby because we've hit 100%, I want to dump that charge into anything else that might, be willing. Chance of explosion, fairly high. Let's give it a shot. All right, we need some more crude oil. There we go, we'll go pick some up. Thank you. Sweep that, you know where to put it. This little slickster down here needs some carbon dioxide. All right, so I've run into an issue down here where this slickster, look at him, he's just not happy at all. Why? Because he's surrounded by chlorine. How horrible is that? Okay, so what he needs, or she, truly I'm not sure. Not even sure I know how to figure that one out. Anyhow, it's late, early. It's both that. It's both late and early, in case you're wondering what time it is here. So I'm gonna hook this guy right there, gas element sensor, right up to that pump. That'll take care of our problem. And then right down here, that's where I'm going to move all of that. Okay, just like this. Yeah, that's happening. Fane, why are you starving? How could you possibly starve? Leon needs to be on a human time scale. Fane, you need to be on a human time scale. There you go. I know it's a big base, dude. I notice a lot of these dupes are they're not getting to bed soon enough. So I'm gonna add a chunk of bedtime. There we go. Kind of shift it around a little bit. How about that, dupes? I gave you time off. I'm a nice boss, aren't I? Now get down here and go dig, please. Okay, so we need some power down there. Well, I really am making use of all the refined metal I've ever been able to produce. There you go. All of it, just to make a wire. That's all right. Slickster will thank us. Has 9.8 cycles till death. Please don't die. Please. There you go. Hey! You got a little bit back in you. Oh, come on, Leon. I kind of feel bad for Leon. He tries so hard, but compared to everybody else. All right, there we go. Got that built, so let's look for chlorine. Good job. And if we find it, perfect. We'll just get rid of it. And we're out of power. Ooh. But we have power right here. Look at that. Look at all that power. What's the automation saying? The automation is saying we want to draw in more power. Okay, so what I really want to do maybe is set this to like 25 and maybe set that to 50. So I bring in power only up to a certain point. Just enough to not pull a bunch of demand on everything else. I don't know. I'm gonna keep playing with it. We'll see what happens. You can see we're able to move that power out, which means I can run this pump. Okay, so now let's take a look at the rest of the power grid, because I have this set up. What I want to do is connect the rest of this to it. So let's deconstruct all of that, and then this next cycle, we'll build it. Is anybody gonna build this heavy watt joint plate? Wow, okay, for some odd reason, nobody wants to build it. How about I make it priority level 9, and somebody just does it. There we go. Not sure why that wasn't happening, unless I just don't have any gold amalgam, do I? Oh, I don't have any gold amalgam. Okay, that's why. Well, I know how to solve that problem. Gold amalgam. Surprisingly somewhat sparse. Sparse? 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 I'll go with it. I need to go all the way over here to dig up any decent amount of that. To dig up a decent amount of that. Oh, all right. Trying to work on how I say things so that I pronounce them correctly. At least that's the thought. All right, well, I got the chlorine out of there. Carbon dioxide, awaiting coolant. Okay, so where is this coolant? Oh, because this is now enabled, all of the coolant went in there. I don't have enough oil for all of that. Okay, so then I'll just make all of these false because I don't have that. And then I think what I could do here is just empty the storage. And then yes, we'll just pick up the crude oil and move it. Okay, so we can see here that we're bringing in power to balance this thing out. So we're trying to bring it up to 50%. Yeah. And it's pulling down a little bit from the grid. There we go, it turned off. Okay, fine. You can make a little bit of steel. So inside of here, let's put that instead of gold, or instead of tungsten, that'll be steel. Interesting, this thing's flicking on and off a whole bunch. What's going on? Don't worry about it. Nothing's exploding. Speaking of temperatures, how are we doing inside of here? Ooh, we're at 28 now over there. 26 or 27 right there. Awesome. And we have the power that's being moved all over the place. I definitely need a power distribution system in this base. That's basically one central like battery bank, and then all the power transformers move that juice wherever it needs to go. But I'm not gonna have that set up anytime soon. Well, maybe, I don't know. Maybe we'll see whenever I get there. Do I have steel? I don't have steel yet. Set it up right here with this thing. Do I have hydrogen? Well, technically I'm gonna have all kinds of hydrogen, aren't I? Yeah. So what I could use is a hydrogen loop to cool hydrogen, and then send that loop. I could probably send it right through here, and then turn it right down over here and into this spot, which means I wouldn't need a radiant pipe. The real question is just how much thermal energy is there in 84 grams a second from 500 down to 120. So if I use this and I go to hydrogen 3 per second, starting at 500 down to 120. Not a ton, not a whole lot. We get 77 watts if we go through the steam turbine. It is, however, quite a few wheeze wards. I think I'll use it. However, before I uncover that thing completely, let's go over here and dig this stuff out. The chlorine will probably just fall right down here and settle in this area. And Dupes, what are you doing? You're slacking on the sweeping. There you go. Sweep that stuff up. All right, so here we go. We're digging this thing out. Last step I'll do is uncover this hydrogen venerator. Hydrogen vent. Wow. I will connect it to a hydrogen generator once I'm done. But until then, we're gonna get that heat through the turbine. So let's say if I move, so let's say I'm able to move 1 kilogram of gas back and forth, right? So I have that pipe maxed out. If I start that temperature realistically like 400 and it ends at 200, then, you know, if I can get that delta down to 200 degrees, then I can move about 400 watts, 450 watts of energy back and forth. So I think that's worth it. I think I can go ahead and get rid of these liquid pipes inside of here. Ooh, we got ourselves this little stone hatch. Let's go ahead and just turn this one into food. Bam. Sorry, bud. The entire colony of Super Dupes came after you. That's a bad way to go. And I think Fane is so hungry, he's actually gonna come over there and eat it. Man, Fane, you are really hungry. Like, you have a mountain of food. Look at that. Omelets everywhere. Mushroom, gristleberry, 100,000. How are you hungry, Fane? Are you just so slow that you can't actually get to the food? I mean, all this guy's thinking about is food all the time. That and going to the bathroom, apparently, while thinking about food. I can tell you that that is a deadly combination, Fane. You should be careful, especially if you smell farts. All right, did Fane get some food? He got some food, good, good. But you did not get any sort of, why'd you go to the bathroom during your downtime, bud? Here's what I'm going to do. You ready? We're gonna give those who are normal, okay, you're gonna have downtime right in the morning. So you'll do a little bath time, and then you'll do your morning aerobics over here. Yeah, come on now. Somebody hit up the jukebox. You know you want to. Kaya's like, nope, I'm getting in on this arcade. Fane is over here on the arcade cabinet. Merc though, Merc's the one who's gonna dance. Yo, hey, now you're getting into work time? Are you kidding me? Isn't this how the workday always starts though? If we're truly honest with ourselves. I know what you guys do. Those who show up extra early to work. Hey man, as long as you get there before the boss, it's all good. Life. All right. Is anybody gonna help this poor stone hatch out? No? Nobody? I'll help you out. There you go. Please help him. Thank you. Oh, ew. Some slickster pee. Mop that up. No plastic. No plastic. All right. Well, let's get rid of this one then. We'll move it over there. All of my glossy Drecos died. Apparently there was only enough food for like 1 Dreco in here, despite there being tons and tons of plants. Maybe they died of old age. I'm not 100% sure. As far as I'm concerned, Drecos hate each other at this. Hey! Found me a glossy Dreco. Dupes, you're going to have to hold your breath a good long while. I would say only Super Dupes should attempt this one. Oh, you know what? Where's that emptier thing, huh? Where's that gas thing? Did I darn it, which tab is it under? There it is. There we go, we'll build a canister emptier right down there. We can empty all of these, and we'll just click oxygen just for a second. Wow, didn't take you long to get out, did it? All right, so now I have some tanks of oxygen. I can throw down a canister emptier right there. Set it up for oxygen. That might help. All right, so for the radiant pipe down here, I'm going to use wolframite. So that is 20 tiles of radiant pipe down there. And that is also 20 tiles of radiant pipe over here. I suppose I could bring this right through here and up into that spot. I would do ceramic, but man, I think, how's the temperatures over here? 28 degrees, 27, not bad. I could probably swing it. There we go. We'll make a small amount of ceramic. Okay, so the next thing I want to do in this area is bring a bottle emptier in there and just put some water down. Yeah, I think I could just go ahead and pull some water from another spot, like right there. I've got more than enough in there. There we go. What I really want to see in here is about 5 bottles. There we go. We'll also use a mini gas pump here just to kick all of that gas out of this area, because I want to bring that to a vacuum. So there we go. No, that's not what I want. I need power from somewhere else. Well, here's what I'm going to do. Just a little manual generator. Look at how excited this dupe is. Look at that. 20 morale! Except for Leon. He doesn't like it. That guy just never has a good day. You know, if I were a slickster, I think I would like to have a ramp here, just so I could figure out, you know, wherever the carbon dioxide is in this room, I could just find it. I would think that'd be pretty slick, don't you think? Well, okay, so I opened this up, and it let all the normal Drecos out, but this glossy Dreco, dude, you could not be any further away. Okay, here we go. Here we go. No, it's running away. See that? See that, slickster? Ah, dude's cruising. He's like down here, he's up there. Maybe I can bait him in with a manual airlock. Yeah, Bubbles? Nope. All right, it's time to get some ceramic running. So there we go. Ha! Ooh, lime. Thank you. I need that for steel. All right. If a Dreco's really like a Dreco, then they can't resist an open airlock. Come here, we're gonna open this up. I know. You saw me switch it, didn't you? Dun, 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 dun. Yes? Ha-ha! See? Now that's how you do it. Close it! Otto! Hold your breath, bud! Okay, there we go. Good job. All right, so Stinky's going to deliver you into here. Because apparently there's only enough food for one Dreco in this entire ranch. We're just gonna get rid of this Dreco. Sorry, bud. If you were glossy, you'd still be alive right now. Okay, so what was I doing? Oh yeah, look at all that ceramic. Perfect. I mean, it does put off a bit of heat when you put this many of them side by side. Individually, they're not bad at all. Is it a big deal though? No, this whole thing's temperature controlled. We're good to go. So, do I have enough insulated ceramic to do what I want? It's gonna take a little while. It's gonna take a bit. If it's inside of this insulated tile, I don't have to worry about it. So I'm not going to worry about it. Now down here, I do have to worry about it. That's all the more I have. That right there. Hey, this worked out. We're now in a vacuum. Fantastic. So we could just get rid of that and all of this. Oh, and that thing too. We don't need that. Ooh. Yo. You guys moved so much. You moved all the water. Dupes. You're too good at your job. Ooh, now that we've digged down a little bit further, we can see what's down here. Obviously, we have some diamond. We have some more iron ore. The thing that I'm more interested in is going to be, yes, the fossil right there. Good stuff. Oh, it looks like there's going to be something else over here as well. See the neutronium? So that's directly to the right of all of the canisters. There we go. Now the slickster has a little ramp to run up and down. And I can use the canister emptier if I wanted to get rid of some carbon dioxide. And then if either of these detect chlorine, then this gas pump runs. Well, I'm out of clay, so I guess that is what it is. I could dig up more, but let's see just how much I have. Okay, so this overview here is showing me clay. Let's see if there's a nearby pocket of just a whole lot of it. And this isn't bad up there. So I'll go up here and I'll just dig this out. Okay, so now that my dupes are going to be into that nasty biome, I think I need to rebuild the apothecary down here. So there's going to be way too many germs. Just noticed this. I forgot about that last time. There you go. This thing over here never got reconnected, so I was just building up more and more water in this spot. Oh no, too much liquid. Too much liquid, guys. Mop it. Mop it all. Oh man. Maybe dig some of that out too. This poor fish. He used to have a pond. Sorry, bud. Now you've only got the one tile. Oh, it's spreading. It's now over here. Oh, now it's all over there. Okay, so I have about the right amount of water in there. So we got deconstructed that. Now I'm just gonna sweep that out. And then the last thing, once we do that. Dupes. Then I'll close it off. And while I'm waiting for that to happen, let's go ahead and just copy this over here. And then we can start to work on these, on the pipe and to see where it's going to go. Okay, so the pipe will flow out over here and then loop back around and it'll eventually enter right there. So it'll go in, down, 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 out. So I want that to be just like that. And then over here, we can use the ceramic to shoot straight across. I got a few more pipes. Come on, just a little bit more ceramic, please. A little bit more. How is this affecting our heat? Well, we only went up about a degree. So not bad at all. There you go, Dupes. Yeah, make it all. Yes, we get enough ceramic, finally. All right, we can see the steam turbine over here. It's doing some more work. That's good. It's feeding that metal refinery. Great, getting all that iron. Perfect. Let's see if you can make some steel, huh? Look at that, crude oil. That's cruising out of there at 269 degrees Celsius. I really need to set that to 250. Because if we take a look at steel, remember, it's going to go up quite a bit. 138.4 degrees Celsius. How is that unreachable? What? I got it. Kaya. There you go. There you go. You're free! All right. Do we get some? Nope. Ceramic. Ha! Take that, Puffed. I locked you in here. There you go. There's some slime for you. This is now my unofficial Puffed Ranch. This would be kind of a cool Puffed Ranch, actually. With the little security door and everything. There's no way I can't do this. Here's a grooming station over there. We'll put a pneumatic door there, just like that. There you go. Oh, sorry, bud. This is way past playtime. Are you serious? Get back to work. Ooh, look at this run. Steel is so powerful. All of that power, where's it going? It's going right into those smart batteries. I like that this works. It's just cool. So the automation is saying, oh, we could charge or we can do a little bit of discharging. What's the battery gonna do? Oh, and slowly discharging. Now, if only we could get this thing plugged in. I'm about to throw down insulated tiles and just build over them. But Otto's got my back. Good job, bud. This is the smallest little fish in the tiniest little fish bowl. If we just do the follow cam on that, that's gonna be intense. Look at that. How is nobody stressed out? How are we still on 0? Hey, Slickster. Yes. You know where to go. Right down here. And that's a Slickster larva, too. I mean, the Slickster may be starving to death. A little bit. But that doesn't mean we can't have another one down here. See? Look at how happy he is. Again, not sure if it's a he or a she. We've had this conversation. Dude, this ramp is so fun. Look at him. And then they go back down. It's perfect. It's perfect. Oh, you know what isn't perfect about it? Darn it. No, don't fall! No! Of all the tiles. Yeah. Now, are you stuck down here? Or can you get back up? Oh, okay. Ha! Enhanced. More ceramic. We're up to 5,000. Crap. And I'm out again. The most expensive pipe I've ever built. If you're looking at it right here. Look at this ceramic production. They're all running. That's what I like to see. We're still at 28 degrees. That radiant cooling just works so good. Yes. We have over 8,000 ceramic. And now we don't. Okay, so while all of that was happening, I built some steel. So we got 800 of that. And I can put a gas pump right up here. And then I can use a little... What I want eventually is just going to be a double layered insulated tile of igneous rock. Double layer puts insulated next to insulated so that it doesn't really transfer thermal energy pretty much at all. Like this first one will kind of absorb some, but it won't make it out the second one. Just another one of those tricky things. Man, I just watched a Draco die. There you go, Dupes. Hey, you're doing some work. I know. It's exciting. Okay, so we're going to do this number. Put a little bit of a vent right there. That'll allow us to, give this a direction. I don't yet know how I'm going to power this, so that's what I'm going to do. Look at these Dracos. Look at them, they're just waiting for me to do something here. Come on, can you still get out? Yes, ha, ha. I don't have to, you're stuck. All right, so now that I have what I want over here, we can just go ahead and finish this off. So we'll pipe that, and we'll dig the rest of this out. Of course, in the meantime, we also need to analyze this hydrogen vent. That's going to be a very difficult job. Usually takes a long time. Anybody want to head over here and do this? Bubbles, I think that's your job. And you're done. Super dupes. Okay, so this thing is dormant. It's going to be only active in the next 13 cycles. All right, well, in that case, let's go ahead and sweep this stuff up. Deconstruct the rest of this right there. We don't need that. And then I'll use a ceramic tile right there just to close everything off. Computer desk, okay. Searching through the computer, I find some recoverable files that are still readable. Have you seen this? That's the subject. Director, are you aware of articles that have been cropping up about us lately? Broken link. And that's from the personal coordinator. Please pay no mind if any of these journalists reach out to you. Deny comment. That's straight from the director. Wonder what's going on. We'll have to see. Okay, one last ceramic tile right there, and then we should be able to pull a vacuum into this space. There you go, Merc. Good job. Way to get a workout. Haha! Now, once this thing becomes active, I'm going to have a lot of hydrogen in here. Of course, what I need to do is get this loop up and running. Alright, fine, Drecos. I think you're going to win. I need this hydrogen. So we'll dig in here, fire that thing up, and we'll be good to go. Alright, there we go. Here comes all of that beautiful hydrogen. Now, I'll need to top this thing off once I get hydrogen out of here, but for right now, this is a good start. Alright, that right there is good enough. So I'll just get rid of the rest of that, and we'll be on our way. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the reports here of what's happened here over the last few cycles. Now, I think the most important ones we want to focus here on is power. So you can see that the power draw has continued to go up. However, we're not using, or should I say, we're not wasting much power. It's actually managed quite well. You can see over here where we were, in the last episode, we were wasting a little bit of power. Not a whole lot, but we were wasting more. But we are definitely wasting less now. So when we compare the equipment here, we kind of see what's running. So this is the coal generator versus the steam turbine. What we can see is that right when I enabled all of that automation, you can see the coal generator started to take over there. And then as the steam turbine started to generate more power, you can see the coal was turned off quite a bit. And you can see that the power wasted from this point on, from 140 on, power wasted was 0. So even through cycle 161 right now, which is, I think, pretty close to where we're at 162, you can see that the amount of power that we're wasting inside of this space has gone to a minimum. So this just goes to show just how effective that automation is that we put in place over here with these smart batteries and these power transformers here. Being able to draw in extra power and store it up, or be able to basically eject extra power as needed if we need to use it somewhere else in the base. So very, very effective. And you can see that, right there, boom, power wasted 0. I don't think it gets any better than that. So yeah, I think this works out really good. I'm curious to see how it'll play out here over the next several cycles, especially once we get this hydrogen vent up and running. So it just needs to become active, and then we'll be able to see what happens there. But that'll have to happen here in the next episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode here of Oxygen Not Included. If this looks like the type of content you're interested in, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. As always, stay awesome, guys. Peace. Brothgar out. But before we leave here, I want to tell you a little bit about action here. So this is part of the latest Humble Bundle, Streaming 2019. You can pick up several different games, and you can also get subscriptions to things such as Pretzel or Monster Cat right down here, with a really kind of interesting software such as FaceRig. I haven't really done too much with XSplit lately, but this action software seems to be pretty cool. Matter of fact, it's the exact same software I used to record the episode that you've watched right now. So here's a few things that I love about this action software that I don't necessarily get when I'm using OBS. My favorite thing here is that I can record the webcam as a separate file. It doesn't need to be baked into the video. So if I don't want to show the webcam, or if I do want to show the webcam, it's a different track and I could just mute it as need be. So that means if I need to make some adjustments, it's super easy to do because I could do it all in post. Along with that, it also separates all of the audio tracks just like you'd get right out of OBS, which is nice, because if it couldn't do that, I definitely wouldn't use it at all. Now, the other thing I really, really like about this software here is the ability to use H.265, or the NVIDIA boosted encoding software. So I can do H.264, and for most part, that's what we do here in OBS. But this thing does a really good job of compressing it even further here using the more modern codec. So I can produce a higher quality image for less file size. The other thing is this software does a really good job of producing great image qualities once we've gone over the total capacity of the card. So right now I really can't generate 60 frames per second in this video, but I'm still generating a really nice smooth video. When I do that in OBS, I tend to end up with kind of a stuttery image. And that even includes when I'm using the H.264 new encoder that OBS is using there. So I think it has some advantages as far as being able to produce a nice quality image using something like a single graphics card. So the last thing I like here is being able to record an area, because I can set this up so easy. So I could say snap to window if I would just want to snap over this, because I'm using kind of a borderless window app to kind of set it up in a certain area. I could just click to that. And the other thing is I can use this little drawing tool down here. So I could turn it on and I can start to draw around on the screen while it's playing in the background. Just some really, really cool tools for the Action software. So there you have it. If you were curious about the Action software, hopefully those are a couple of things here that kind of reveal that it's a little bit different than just an expensive version of OBS. If you make a purchase via the link in the description below, not only will you go to help support this channel because I'm partnered with Humble Bundle right down here, you'll also go to support a couple of great charities such as Crisis Text Line or the World Wildlife Fund. Save the Drecos. You can pay what you want to unlock the bundle that's right for you. Thank you guys for your support and have a wonderful day, guys. Peace. Brothgar out.